Introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. He just got caught with a big right. Right uppercut just off target. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The straight right just misses. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Misses. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
Hard reach as well as speed, reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
Just missed with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
That's it. Breathe. Just get your breath back. Good work.
Get your mind back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you.
Nope, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away.
You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round.
Yes, don't let back into the fight. Great round.
Next round, but we don't care. Go out there and win the next one. Yeah?
Here we go. Round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. They exchange punches. These two were made for each other. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Misses with the right uppercut. Not a lot of punch out, and the bronze bomber goes down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back.
And there's the bell to start round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
You'd like to see more jabs. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice job getting that punch through. And he scores with the counter. Punch himself out, though. Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. Nice count. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
Switch back on.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Can't find a home with that jab. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible work rate. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they drop their, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just missing with the right uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Failing to score with that right hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Wilder in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Terrible round that was. Come on.
There's the bell to start round 6. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
That uppercut can't get through. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that. Here comes round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Good defense there to stop that hook. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out if you prepared.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an ending out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
So So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know what sort of...
Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory. That is... God, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.